Hi, this is Amos. Today I am at Pine Island Preserve at Matlacha Pass. We're doing some prescribed fire and it's pretty cool. Take a look. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a few reasons why prescribed fire is a really good thing. Today, I'm giving you reason number 1. Prescribed fire is safe fire. In Florida, we're surrounded by what you call pyrogenic areas that promote fire. They have plant material filled with oils, and they're naturally designed to promote fire, to carry fire. And in fact, they thrive in this landscape. Many of these plants only bloom when fire passes through, and many of the wildlife are living their lives according to this natural process. In areas where you've suppressed fire for years and years and years, you've kept it out, well, the fuel keeps building up. This pyrogenic, highly flammable material, like pine needles and like saw palmetto fronds, they keep building up, and after decades you have the biggest pile of fuel you can imagine. Suddenly an accident happens. It could be a cigarette butt, it could be fireworks, it could be a natural lightning strike, it could be arson. Whatever the case may be, fire comes, there's so much fuel, it will burn out of control. This is a very dangerous situation. It happens. We want to avoid that. Well, how do we do it? Well, we can light prescribed fires on our own terms. When you do a prescribed fire, you're going to burn under very specific conditions. You want to establish those and burn only within that prescription in order to keep the fire safe. In this case, at Pine Island Preserve, what we've done is we've disked a mineral soil perimeter around our burn unit. That's the first step. We wrote a prescription and submitted that to the Florida Forestry Service, who issued us a permit, and we can burn under those conditions today. One of the most important things in these conditions is the wind direction. So today we're burning with a north wind. We have homes in the north and the wind is blowing smoke and embers away from the homes. We're also starting on the southern boundary here, working off of this fire line. So any embers that blow over will land on the fire line, hopefully, and won't have anything to burn. Meanwhile, the crew's driving around. Anything that spots over the fire line, they can put out. Here's a backing burn in progress. The wind is blowing from the left to the right. So from an area of fuel to an area that's been already burned. This presents a very safe condition because the fire is working backwards. Any of that wind is pushing it into a blackened zone. There's no more fuel there to consume. And so the fire is not going to build and build and build. It just works slowly against the wind. If we were to work the other way from the north, it's called a head fire. You're burning with the wind, and that can burn really hot and really quickly. Sometimes you want to do that, but a lot of times you don't. You can also do a flanking fire where you're burning, let's say in this example, wind's coming from the north. Flanking fire, you burn on the east or the west. That'll burn inwards. And you want to try to burn fire into a black zone. So a flanking fire will burn into each other and go out. If you do a head fire, you might do strip heads where you light in parallel strips, and strip number 2 will create a black zone, and strip number 1 will lead into that black zone, and then it'll go out. So think of prescribed fire as preventative fire, and it's a lot better than the alternative of uncontrolled wildfires.